Have you ever considered if those grand, often dazzling celebrations we witness, the huge, elaborate temporary structures, the
Oh,
pandals,
oh yeah, the ones with the blaring music, the intense light.
it's exactly, are they truly rooted in devotion or have they become something else entirely? More of a spectacle, maybe.
It's a really good question. It feels like sometimes in chasing what's modern, we might just be, well, losing sight of the deeper meaning.
That's exactly it. And that's the fascinating tension we're going to unpack today. We're doing a deep dive into this really powerful story.
Okay.
It's from a YouTube video transcript called Ganesh Chaturthi Ayapatogar I Apsapun Korapoknale Apumoka Aikod.
Ah, okay. Which translates roughly how?
Something like Ganesh Chaturthi witnessed such a miracle that clay Ganesh became everyone's true Bappa.
Wow. Bappa meaning like father or Lord Ganesh.
Yeah, right. And for anyone unfamiliar, Ganesh Chaturthi is this vibrant Hindu festival. It celebrates Lord Ganesha's birth, often with installing idols in homes and, yeah, these big public pandals.
Gotcha. And this particular story you're saying really gets into that conflict you mentioned between like simplicity and show.
Perfectly. It shows this village grappling with huge questions: authenticity, environmental impact, what true celebration even means.
So it's like a microcosm of a bigger struggle we see everywhere, right? That battle between Saji, simplicity, purity, and Dekawa, the big show, the ostentation.
You nailed it. So yeah, this isn't just a festival story. It's about us, about community, and the kind of profound lessons that pop up when tradition bumps against, a very modern mindset.
Oh, fascinating.
Yeah.
It really makes you think about what we prioritize, doesn't it? Like what stands out to you in that contrast?
Well, for me, it's how easily we get swayed by by flash, I suppose. But let's jump into the story itself. So, picture this.
Hmm.
A village morning, but not a city morning. It's tranquil. This is what Arjun, one of our main characters, wakes up to. Think chirping birds, a gentle river sound.
And that smell of wet earth, that really specific grounding scent.
Yes, that kind of deep peace that feels almost unreal sometimes.
It's a whole sensory thing, isn't it? Connecting you right to nature. And in this setting, we meet Radha, Arjun's grandmother.
Right, Radha.
Her age is kind of hard to guess. Lots of wisdom in her face. And her hands, they're described as almost magical when she works with clay.
Making the Ganesh idols for the festival each year, small ones, beautiful ones.
Exactly. And it's her philosophy that's really captivating, her whole approach to it.
Oh, tell us, what was her thinking?
Well, she believed Ganeshi's idol is not just a clay figure. It is our faith, our love. That's what she'd tell Arjun.
Wow.
Yeah, as you make it, keep your mind calm. The more love you put into it, the more love you will receive in return. Simple, but deep.
Incredibly deep. It's all about the intention, isn't it? Not just the object.
Precisely. Looking past the form to the feeling inside. And Arjun, growing up in this peace, away from city noise, he really got it.
He found his happiness there.
Totally. He understood joy wasn't in fancy stuff, but in these quiet moments, like making things with his grandma. It paints this picture of real contentment.
It feels precious, that kind of peace. But you know how stories go? That peace gets tested.
Here it comes.
Suddenly, this big, shiny car rolls into the village, kicks up dust, breaks the quiet,
Okay.
and out steps this young guy in a suit. It's Arjun's childhood friend, Vikram.
Oh, the friend who left for the city.
The very one. Left, became a successful builder, and now he's back. And he's got, let's say, big ideas for the village.
The classic returnee with a grand plan. I bet they were grand.
Oh, yeah. He basically declares this year Ganesh Chaturthi is going to be huge. The whole district will see. We're getting a giant 30-foot idol from the city.
30 feet. Whoa.
DJs, light shows. We're modernizing this place. That was his pitch. A total spectacle.
And I imagine that caused a bit of a stir.
Huge stir, split the village right down the middle. A lot of the younger people, they were thrilled. City glamour, something new, exciting.
Yeah, I can see that appeal.
But others, like Radha and Arjun, they held on to their traditions. They believed in that quiet simplicity. They saw the value in what they already had.
So this is where their worlds really clash. Arjun tries to talk to Vikram.
He does. Gently tries to explain, the festival spirit is about love, devotion, not size or noise.
And Vikram's reaction.
Dismissive, almost pitying, like, you're still the same old Arjun. This is the 21st century, buddy. Simplicity and love. They don't cut it now. Everything needs branding, marketing.
Oof, that's harsh. A very modern, almost corporate take on tradition.
Exactly. And Vikram, he just pushes ahead, orders this massive idol, but it's not made of simple clay.
Let me guess, something less natural.
Chemical paints, industrial materials. Arjun sees this and his heart just sinks. He feels like it's an attack on the village's soul.
I can understand that feeling, like something pure is being tainted.
But Radha, she's the calm center. She tells Arjun, God has many forms, big, small. The real difference isn't the idol's size, it's the heart of the maker, the worshiper. God lives where the heart is pure.
That's incredibly grounding,
Yeah.
shifting the focus back inside, away from the external show. Powerful wisdom.
Isn't it? And just as this tension is brewing, someone else arrives. Neha.
Okay, who's Neha?
She's a young journalist, a documentary filmmaker. She's there researching how urbanization is affecting villages like this.
Ah, perfect timing for her.
Right, and she sees Vikram's huge pandal, this steel and concrete thing, and she's immediately put off, calls it a blot on the village's natural beauty.
So she gets the clash immediately.
Totally. Arjun connects with her, shares his and Radha's perspective,
Yeah.
shows her the traditional way, the peaceful idol making, the immersion.
And Neha must have been fascinated.
Deeply moved. She sees her story right there. This is it. She wants her film to show what true devotion is and how simplicity is getting lost in the noise.
So they form this sort of alliance for authenticity.
Yeah, exactly. They team up, and as the festival gets closer, the contrast is just glaring. Vikram's got city contractors, DJs, lighting guys, all supposedly for God's glory, you know?
Right, honoring Bappa with noise and lights.
But Arjun and Neha, they're filming the other side. The chemical smell from that giant idol, trees being cut down for the pandal.
Ouch. The hidden costs of this modernization.
It really makes you think. And then the festival day arrives, and it's literally a tale of two realities playing out.
Okay, set the scene. Vikram's side first.
Village square, lights blazing everywhere, DJ music pounding from massive speakers, and there it is, the 30-foot idol. Huge, imposing.
Wow.
Young people are dancing wildly, totally swept up. Vikram's there, beaming, so proud he's modernized the village. But the noise, it's apparently deafening. People can't even talk to each other.
Sounds overwhelming. Almost aggressive in a way. And Radha's side.
Complete opposite. Other end of the village, her little courtyard. It's just peace.
Just peace.
A few elders, some kids. They're singing bhajans, those devotional songs around her small, beautiful clay idol. Marigolds scattered around, gentle oil lamps glowing.
That sounds lovely. Like genuine connection.
There's this feeling described as otherworldly peace, something totally missing from the big pandal.
And Arjun and Neha are witnessing this contrast.
Yes, filming it all. And it hits them, that profound realization moment
What do they realize?
that true devotion is not in noise or show, but in the purity and peace of the mind. It's simple, but seeing it side by side like that, powerful.
The quiet truth cutting through all the loudness.
Exactly. And this sets things up for, well, a pretty dramatic turn. Nature decides to weigh in.
Oh, what happens?
At Vikram's Panal, out of nowhere, dark clouds roll in. Fast.
Oh.
A fierce storm just unleashes itself. Heavy rain, strong winds.
Ooh, right there.
Right there. Chaos. The fancy DJ system. Short circuits, lights go out, people start panicking.
Oh my goodness.
All Vikram's money, his hard work, literally washed away in an instant.
Incredible. And what about Radha's courtyard during this?
Unbelievably, it stays serene. No fancy electronics to fail.
Right, just lamps and voices.
So they just keep singing their bhajans, their voices mixed with the sound of the rain, described as a wonderful symphony, like nature joined in instead of destroying.
That's quite a contrast. Arjun and Neha must have captured that.
Oh, absolutely. They saw it as nothing short of a miracle, a clear message from nature, maybe a warning about forgetting its rules when you chase spectacle.
It does feel symbolic, doesn't it?
Mm.
And how did the villagers react after the storm?
That's fascinating, too. Once the rain stopped, people drifted away from Vikram's ruined setup. And where did they go?
Towards Radha's.
Instinctively,
Right.
towards the peace. They realized the happiness they thought was in the noise, it was actually there, in the quiet.
A mass realization.
Even Vikram showed up, soaked, shaken, full of regret, finally seeing that the peace he couldn't buy with all his money, it was right there, freely available in tradition.
Wow. So the storm becomes this huge catalyst. What happens next? The immersion day.
Yes, the day they immerse the idols in the river, and again, stark contrast with profound consequences. Vikram's idol is so big.
Needs a crane, right?
Needs a crane. The procession is loud, music, chants, but something's missing. That simplicity and faith of old times, it just isn't there. Feels hollow.
And the environmental impact,
Yeah.
which is where the chemical paints come in.
Tragically, yes.
Mm.
As the crane lowers this giant thing into the river, the chemical paints just dissolve
No.
instantly.
Oh, no.
The clean river water turns green, blue, and red in minutes. It's horrific. Fish start writhing, struggling, then dying.
Oh, that's awful. The villagers must have been horrified.
A terrifying silence falls. They get it. They welcomed Ganesh, their Bappa, with all this noise, and now they're saying goodbye by poisoning the river, killing nature in his name. The guilt must have been crushing.
I can only imagine. And Radha's immersion.
Completely different. Other side of the river, she does her quiet prayers, her puja. Then Arjun gently places her small clay idol in the water. It just slowly, gently dissolves, becomes part of the water again. No pollution, no harm. Fish swim peacefully around it.
The visual contrast must have been absolutely undeniable.
Crystal clear. The villagers saw it all. They finally understood the true cost of that flashy show. It wasn't just money, it was nature. It was faith itself, in a way.
And Vikram, how did he react to seeing this?
Overwhelmed. Tears of regret streaming down his face, he realized he hadn't just sunk an idol, he'd sunk the simplicity and traditions of his own village, drowned them in chemicals and noise.
That's a heavy realization. So does this lead to actual change?
It does. It's the turning point. The villagers are angry, confronting Vikram, and he doesn't fight back. He just bows his head in shame.
He accepts responsibility.
Completely. And then he does something really humbling. He goes to Radha, touches her feet, weeping, admits his huge mistake, chasing money and show.
And Radha, what does she say?
Pure wisdom and compassion. No, I told you so. She says, humans make mistakes, but learning from them and correcting them is the greatest thing.
Wow, that's incredibly gracious, offering a path forward.
Exactly. Not just forgiveness, but a chance for redemption. And Vikram takes it.
What does he do?
Makes a huge decision. He decides to stay, gives up his city life, and he starts working with the villagers, including those same young people who loved the big show, to clean up the river he helped pollute.
That's real commitment. Actions, not just words.
Absolutely. And remember Neha's documentary.
Yeah. What happened with that?
It went viral, the whole story, the clash, the storm, the river, the change. It resonated with people across the country. It sparked a nationwide Green Ganesh movement.
No way. So this little village's struggle actually inspired others?
Massively. People started visiting the village, wanting to learn. It shows how, one local stand for authenticity can ripple outwards. Genuine values have power.
That's incredible, the ripple effect of conviction. So the next Ganesh Chaturthi must have been very different.
Totally transformed. You wouldn't recognize it from Vikram's big plan. No giant pandals, no DJs blasting music.
What'd they do instead?
Everyone, young, old, everyone got together and made their own small, eco-friendly clay idols. Joyfully. Together.
And Vikram joined in.
Yep. Side by side with Arjun, learning from Radha. Discovering that real happiness wasn't in the spectacle, but in working together for something good.
That's beautiful.
Right.
And the immersion that year.
Peaceful. Every home had its simple, lovely Ganesh. They took them to the river, just sang bhajans, offered prayers, quietly, reverently.
And the river.
Stayed clean. Fish swam happily. The villagers finally genuinely felt they'd received Ganesh's true blessings, because they'd honored him and nature properly.
It's like the whole community healed and rediscovered its core values.
Yes, exactly. And the story doesn't just end there. There's a lasting legacy. Arjun and Neha. They didn't just leave, they started a social center in the village for traditional arts, environmental conservation, keeping that spirit alive.
That's fantastic. What about Vikram?
He used his money, the money he earned in the city, not for himself, but to build a school and a hospital for the village. Giving back, truly.
Wow. Real transformation.
In Radha, she just kept doing what she did. Kneading clay, teaching Arjun, passing on that tradition of love, faith, simplicity, ensuring it wouldn't be lost again.
What an amazing arc. From conflict to genuine, lasting, positive change.
It really is. This deep dive, it's really highlighted that tension, hasn't it? Spectacle versus sincerity. Modern ambition versus maybe ancient wisdom.
Absolutely. It makes you wonder where else in our lives we might see that same dynamic playing out,
For sure. And the key takeaways from this story, they feel so clear and vital now.
Definitely. Like how real beauty often lies in that simplicity. Genuine peace comes from pure intentions, not loud displays.
And that respect for nature, it's not optional, it's fundamental, especially in how we celebrate, but really in everything.
Yeah, the story really hammered home that chasing external flash at the cost of your values leads to loss, but staying true to your roots, that can spark incredible change.
It really shows the strength of conviction, doesn't it, over just following trends.
Quiet power.
So, as you, our listener, reflect on all this, maybe think about the energy you put into celebrations or really any part of your life. What small shifts could help you rediscover that beauty in simplicity?
Yeah, and that quiet power of genuine connection, both with people and with the world around us.
It's definitely something worth thinking about, maybe even exploring a little in your own life.